Howdy, everyone. The PlayStation 3 was not the biggest success. That commercial with the weird baby did not help. The PS3 wasn't a bad system. I had many fond memories with the console, but next to the Xbox 360, it was pretty weak. So the stakes were high. Sony knew that they needed to hit it out of the park with the PlayStation 4. It was time for improvements. February 21st, 2013, there was an event in New York City. Sony unveiled the first details of the PlayStation 4. There's some nice orchestrated music followed by "You picked the wrong house, fool!" And there's also a sizzle reel showcasing 2 decades worth of commercials and trailers from PlayStation's history. One message was very clear.
And we'll show you the many ways in which the living room is no longer the center of the PlayStation ecosystem, the gamer is.
Okay, that is a good sign. And now they're talking about PlayStation Mobile? How is that going right now? So what's the new PlayStation console called? Holy shit, there's a 4! We are then introduced to the PlayStation 4's lead architect and my favorite ASMR content creator, Mark Cerny.
Generation platform started about 5 years ago. At that time,
Yes, yeah, he's giving specs! The console was presented as a supercharged PC with an x86 processor, 8 GB of GDDR5 memory, and a local storage hard drive. And afterwards, Cerny unveils to the world the DualShock 4. It's a massive upgrade, but the bigger mass felt a lot better on my hands than the DualShock 3. And a new controller leads to new features. Some turned out to be great, some died out pretty quickly. So the new controller featured a touchpad, a headphone jack, and a share button for streaming gameplay. And along with that was a light bar that was mainly meant to be used alongside the PlayStation camera. Throughout the 8th generation and even the current generation, the headphone jack and the share button were the only new highlights on the DualSense 4 that I found myself actually caring about. Up next are the tech demos, the heads or tails game that is played at the start of every new console generation, on whether or not these are actually real titles. Here's a quick one from Epic Games that did not really strike me as anything memorable. Here's another tech demo from Havoc, which is immediately followed by the reveal of Knack. Yes. Yes, Mark, you unveiled a goddamn great game. I mean, look at this. It's f***ing Knack. He then talks about games being playable as they're being downloaded. And yeah, this was a feature I did not care much for. I don't know if I have a little bit of OCD in me or if it's my crappy internet, but I can't get myself to even boot up a game until it's 100% done downloading. And we also get a very brief look at the interface of the PlayStation 4 while talking about the share button. The menus looked okay, but in my opinion, it's not as iconic as the cross-media bar.
So now we're changing the rules when it comes to social gaming. By putting social at the core of PlayStation 4 experiences, we can layer in new features meaningful to gamers. We've partnered with some of the biggest and most influential social networks in the world, including Facebook and Ustream, to bring gamers' friends into games like never before.
Okay, fine, Facebook is still a thing, kinda, but who the hell remembers Ustream?
But wouldn't it be cool if you were stuck in a difficult level, like you just can't work out how to get through that door? You could ask a friend on the internet who's finished the game to take over your controller and assist.
SharePlay is a decent way to watch a friend's game without having to start a live stream, but personally I didn't use it that much during the 8th generation. Additionally, Sony announced several new features for the PlayStation 4, such as the ability to stream games to the short-lived PlayStation Vita. So like 99% of the human population, I unfortunately did not own a Vita. But I do applaud Sony for being one of the first to tackle the portable console hybrid market. Good thing no one else is gonna compete in that department.
Movies, watching TV shows, listening to music. So PlayStation Network will have services including Sony's own Video Unlimited and Music Unlimited.
Who are you?
And of course, the event featured a few more game demos. Herman Holst of Guerrilla Games comes out. Wait, was Horizon unveiled this early on? Oh wait, never mind, I forgot this Killzone game existed. It is impressive for 2013, but now it looks like a generic FPS. Afterwards, we get Drive Club. With this being a racing game, this never caught my attention back in the day, and to be honest, it still does not grab my attention to this day. But the next game got me extremely hyped. Infamous Second Son. I adore the first two games, so this trailer made me come everywhere. And guess what? Infamous Second Son is still in my backlog. Up next are some indie games. Jonathan Blow. His last name is Blow. I'm so fucking immature. He reveals The Witness. This game is also in my backlog, but with this being a puzzle game, it would probably make me want to jump off a building. But with that said, Mr. Blow talked about cutting content and having no filler. I gotta respect that. You know what, maybe I'll play it one day. David Cage is now up, the least controversial man to step on that stage. He put out this masterpiece. And he's talking about polygons. And afterwards, Cage makes us stare at an emotional old man. Yeah, let's keep staring at that man. Sony also announced that the PlayStation 4 would be compatible with the PlayStation Move and the PlayStation Eye, allowing for a wider range of gameplay experiences. That's right, you can use the dildo controller, but you can't play any of the PS3 games. This is a pretty odd decision, and years later, it was even weirder when the Move controllers were a major component for the PlayStation VR. And it was also announced that the PlayStation Move controller would be used with Media Molecule's new game, Dreams, which is essentially like an entry-level game engine. I'm sure it would be released close to the launch of the PlayStation 4, right? Oh, never mind. But with that said, Dreams did turn out to become an impressive creation tool. I should probably revisit it sometime. Yoshi Inoro, oh no, I am probably saying that wrong, starts coming in with the God of War theme.
Hi everyone, do you want to stretch? Alright?
Stretch? We've been here for an hour and a half, so why not? The Project Pantaray engine is shown off. Capcom presents a new game with this engine, Deep Down, featuring Blanca from Street Fighter? I can't wait to hear more about this game. Any day now. Oh, you moved on to the weird astronaut game? Alrighty then. Up next is a new IP from Square Enix. Actually no, it's simply a tech demo called Agni's Philosophy, which shows off the Luminous engine, which went on to be used for Final Fantasy Versus 13, Final Fantasy 15. Versus 13 was such an odd title. Oh, and the Luminous engine went on to also be used in Forspoken. How is that game doing? Up next is that Ubisoft asshole with the name that's hard to pronounce. He is here to show off Watch Dogs, one of the biggest disappointments of the 8th generation. Lies. This demo is made up of all lies. Fuck Watch Dogs. And now Blizzard is here to show off Diablo 3. I get that Diablo has a huge fan base, but I'm just sitting here looking like that Monsters Inc. meme. Ah, Destiny. A 10-year project. Okay, to be fair, Destiny 2 went on to be a step up, and hopefully Bungie will go on to do great things with Sony. But damn, the first Destiny was such an underwhelming title that floored bargain bins everywhere. Overall, Sony gave off a decent first impression of the PlayStation 4, but the greatest of the 8th generation was yet to be seen. That's right, during 2013, we didn't know about the masterpiece that is The Quiet Man.